Good morning students. Today we are going to see about the air pollutions. What are the causes, effects and control measures of air pollution? In our course outcome, we are going to know about the role of the human being in maintaining a clean, sustainable environment for the future generation. And after this lesson, we are going to see about the learning outcome of how we can able to what are the sources, effects and control measures and to apply the control measures in day-to-day life. What is the definition of air pollution? Air pollution is defined as the presence of one or more contaminants like dust, mist, odor, etc. in the atmosphere which are very dangerous to the human beings, plants and animals. What are the compositions present in our atmosphere are 78.09% of atmosphere nitrogen, 20.95% of oxygen, 0.93% of argon, 0.04% of carbon dioxide and small amounts of other gases. What are the rapid causes of air pollution? Or the rapid industrialization. Due to the rapid industrialization, a large number of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, NO2 and SO2 has been causes the air pollution. And in fast urbanization, increase in human population, drastic vehicles on the road and other human activities which are the major causes of the air pollution. What are the diseases which has been occurred due to the air pollution? Or 40% of heart diseases and 40% of the stroke, 11% will become under the chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, 6% of lung cancer and 3% of acute lower respiratory infections in child. What are the different types of air pollutants? Or primary air pollutants are those emitted directly in the atmosphere due to the large number of industrialization, and in the secondary air pollutants, the primary air pollutants may react with one another to form secondary air pollutants. The common air pollutants causes and their effects. In carbon monoxide, it's a colorless, odorless gas and it's poisonous to living organisms due to the incomplete combustion of carbon containing fossil fuels. The human source will be caused by the cigarette smoking, 70% of carbon monoxide from motor vehicles exhausted and burning of fossil fuels, headache, anemia, cancer and even causes the death to the human. And in environment, it causes the global, increases the temperature in global functions. In nitrogen dioxide, it is a reddish brown gas, irritating and it can be converted to nitric acid. 49% from motor vehicle exhaust and 49% from power plant industries. It causes the lung irritations and damages the lungs completely. It can be damage trees, soils and aquatic life in lakes. It corrodes metals. It affects the surface of buildings. It may damage statues and monuments. And what are the impacts of nitrogen dioxide? Or increases the PM level and visibility, acid rain, global warming and ground level ozone functions. The next, if you are taking the SO2, it is a colorless irritating gas and it forms incomplete combustion of sulfur containing fossil fuels. It can be converted into sulfuric acid on reaction with some of the primary pollutants, and it causes 88% from fossil fuel burning and 12% from power plant industries, and it causes a breathing problem to the human beings, and also for the environmental it produces damages to trees, soils and aquatic life in lakes. It corrodes metals. It affects the surface of buildings. It may damage statues and monuments. Among the pollution, we are going to say about the next one is called as the suspended particulate matter. It includes particles and droplets. 40% from motor vehicles exhaust, 17% from power plant industries and unpaved roads and constructions. It causes the nose irritation, throat irritation, lung irritation and causes cancer and asthma to our human effects. And in environmental, it damages the trees, soil and aquatic life in lakes. It reduces visibility. And in the next one, we are going to have the ozone layer. The ozone, which is highly reactive oxidizing gas. It forms the volatile compounds. It reacts with the volatile and it forms the organic compounds. It forms a nose irritation, throat irritation. It reduces the functions of lungs, cancer and asthma. It moderates the climate. Ozone layer depletion causes hydrochlorofluorocarbon HCFC. What are the sources of HCFC? Are the refrigerants and blowing agents. Next one, CFC, which is called as the chlorofluorocarbon. Sources are refrigerant, propellant in spray cans, and blowing agents, foam plastic blowing agents. And the third one is called as the bromofluorocarbon, which is very dangerous. The sources are fire extinguisher. And the other one we are going to see as the air pollutants are photochemical smog. What is called as photochemical smog? It's a brownish in color. It is due to automobile traffic and it appears on sunny days. These are called as the photochemical smog. It causes a chemical reaction in between nitrogen oxides and hydrocarbons to our human sources, and it affects the health diseases, nose irritation, throat infection and cancer. In an environmental facts, it affects solid and aquatic life in lakes. And finally we are going to say about the lead, a toxic metal. It is the common human source of the lead are the paint, smelters, lead components and leaded petrol. It causes the accumulates in the body, brain and nerve system, may damages, and it causes the cancer. It affects wildlife species. The next one, in the chromium, it is also a toxic metal, paint and smelters. Central nervous systems may damage cancer. It affects wildlife species. Hydrocarbon, it is due to the decay of vegetable matter. Agriculture, decay of plants, carcinogenic compounds, and it forms only surface on earth's surface. Oily on earth's surface. And what are the measurements which has been taken to control the air pollutions? Or we wanted to use the unleaded petrol and use the low sulfur petroleum fuels, reduce the number of private vehicles on the roads. We have to move everything in a government sector functions. Schools, houses, restaurants and hotels are not located on busy street. In industry, waste disposal sites should be situated outside the city. Plant trees remove carbon monoxide and it absorbs noises. And the secondary air pollutants, it forms the smoke, which is called as the smoke plus fog, which is the addition of the smoke and fog. What are the descriptions of secondary air pollutants? Smog is a mixture of smoke and fog. It is in suspended droplet form and in brownish in color. It forms during winter days over large cities like London, Los Angeles, etc. And what are the chemical health effects of smog? It causes irritations to eyes and lungs. It damages plants. It irritates nose, throat, etc. It also causes bronchial irritation. And the next one we are going to see about PAN, polyaniline nitrate, which is called as the secondary air pollutants. The description it is secondary air pollutant in the photochemical smog. It is thermally unstable, decomposes into peroxyethanol radicals and nitrogen oxide gas, more stable than ozone. In acid rain, acid rain is caused by a chemical reaction that begins when compounds like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are released in the air. On the picture we can able to see that sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide has been split up into the air, and sulfur dioxide on reaction with SOO2 it forms SO3. H2SO4 will gives you 2H plus SO4 2 minus, and on nitrogen oxide N2O will react with oxygen and forms a nitrogen monoxide, and forms with other oxygen it forms nitrogen dioxide, and finally it forms nitric acid. What are the effects of rain acid on buildings? Taj Mahal in Agra suffering at present due to SO2 and H2SO4 acid fumes released from Mathura refinery. It corrodes houses, monuments, statues, bridges and fences. British Parliament building also suffered damage due to H2SO4 rain. Corrosion of metals, it reduces the value of buildings, bridges and cultural objects, leading to increase in maintenance code. Thank you. From this we can able to know about what are the different sources of air pollution and what are the effects on human and environmental, and finally we come to know about the control measures of the air pollution. Thank you.